friends, welcome to part 26 of the Revelation prophecy. I like to call this one Beasts from the Earth. I'm Jack, let's begin. Revelation chapter 13 verse 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. Another beast. The second beast. The first beast rose from the sea. It had 7 heads and 10 horns. We identify this beast to be a European empire that will be formed at the beginning of the fulfillment of the Revelation prophecy. In our previous lesson, we saw that the Church of Satan will ride this beast, will control this empire. But here's another empire coming up out of the earth from a different area of the world. And he had 2 horns like a lamb. 2 horns are symbolic of kingdoms, 2 kingdoms. And it was like a lamb. These kingdoms will have the outward appearance of Christianity, will have the form of godliness, will be very Christian in word, but not in deed or in its being. And he spake as a dragon. The dragon is Satan. This second beast, this empire, though being outwardly Christian, will speak lies. Here we have a false prophet empire. Verse 12. And he exercises all the power of the first beast before him, and causes the earth and them that dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. This false prophet empire will work for the European empire, and cause the earth to worship the first beast, to put the first beast in the place of God. And in the first beast is the Church of Satan, who controls. And in the Church of Satan is Satan. And this is how Satan will draw worship, will obtain worship from the whole world. This is his plan. Verse 13. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. This false prophet empire will make miracles, wonders in the sight. And if we're going by what we see and we believe what we see, we will be deceived. It will look like it is from God, but it is not, for it speaks as a dragon. Verse 14. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. This false prophet empire will cause the earth to worship the beast and deceive them into making an image of the beast. Now an image, like a reflection. We look in the mirror, what do we see? Our image. We see ourselves, but it's not us in there. It's a reflection, it's an image. And likewise, the image of the beast is another empire that reflects the first empire. It will be an image of the first empire in every way, in its structure, in its laws, in its policies. And so we have in this image of the beast a third world empire. Only 3. And Satan will control the whole world through these 3 world empires. A European empire, a false prophet empire, and an image of the beast empire. And when all these empires are formed, we will recognize them. It will be clear to us if we understand the Revelation prophecy. Revelation chapter 1, let's be reminded again. Verse 3, Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. Then we will understand the blessing of understanding the Revelation prophecy. Verse 15, And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. The false prophet empire will authorize and will give power to the image of the beast, the empire, to bring out a death penalty and to put to death those that would not worship the image of the beast. And so we have here, Satan demands force through deception and through the fear of death. This is the test that will test everyone. On one side is the worship of God, and on the other side is the worship of the beast, the image. And now the mark, verse 16. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Because this is a physical empire. Empire deals with physical things. Of the world, they go by sight. They go by evidence. They see, and they will only believe when they see, and the mark is something physical that will be implanted in the forehead or in the right hand. Verse 17, And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. That gives us a clue as to what the mark is. Without the mark, one cannot buy or sell. In order to control that, in order to bring that about, there must be a computerized system, a financial system, computerized in order to control all buying and selling. Therefore, we can conclude that the mark will be in the form of a microchip. Now we have credit cards with a microchip on it, and we can buy through that without even seeing cash or touching it. The world does it every day, and now it stretches out completely global, that it causes all, irrespective of who they are, small or great, rich or poor, free or in prison, to receive a mark. Without this mark, they cannot buy or sell. Verse 17, And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast. The name of the beast is blasphemy. Revelation chapter 13, verse 1, And upon his heads the name of blasphemy, or the number of his name. The name is blasphemy. So there's a number signifying the name of blasphemy. Verse 18, He is wisdom. It will take wisdom to understand it. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, know the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. So this number of blasphemy is a number of a man, and his number is 600, 66, 666. 666 is the number of the spirit of blasphemy, of the name of the beast. And anyone who takes the mark, takes the number and the name, and he will be numbered. His spiritual number is 666, the spirit of blasphemy.